Welcome to the OSU Roundup. Casey Kendrick along with the head man for the Oklahoma State Cowgirl basketball team, Coach Jim Littell. And Coach, we are in the midst of a stretch that has obviously been very tough on you guys. And you know, this is what we always talk about. Even when you're having an incredible year, you know that the valleys are going to come. It's not like you guys aren't prepared or haven't been coaching in preparation for the downtimes as well.
No, it's a very difficult league, and there's a lot of parity in this league, and you know, sometimes it could come down to one or two plays, and we've been in a lot of tight ball games, and I know our kids feel disappointed that we didn't win some of those games, but we're doing a lot of positive things to be where we need at the end of ball games, and just got to shoot it a little better, make sure that we take care of all of our assignments throughout the course of the game. But just got to keep grinding. It's tough in this league.
You know, Lubbock, Texas, obviously Texas Tech coached that particular ball game. Through basically 9 minutes of play, I felt like you guys had really controlled the game, and it looked like it was going to be that kind of game where you were going to be able to control it. Then they got a few threes, and it just, as you said, it was like throwing gas on a fire. All of a sudden, they just exploded from outside.
Oh, they did, and I thought we were slow closing out on a couple shots that helped them gain their confidence, and then we came down and took a couple questionable shots, and then they got on fire. And all my years, I don't know if I've seen anybody shoot the ball as well as they did.
8 for 9 in the second quarter beyond the arc, 8 of 11 in the third quarter. So it didn't even cool off in the halftime. And you know, that's usually the message. Hey, they're going to cool off. We'll get settled back in. But unfortunately, Texas Tech never did.
No, they didn't. And it came from a barrage of different people. One player had 8, but I think there were 5 consecutive trips down the floor where a different player hit a 3, and it's kind of difficult to plan for that, but it usually happens to you once a year, and you hope that 2 or 3 times you get hot like that against people.
No doubt, and give them credit. In all 7 different players for Tech hit a 3 in that ball game. So now you go to what is arguably the toughest place to play in the Big 12, Hilton Coliseum. And Coach, in this one again, I thought you know, we came into this with a high expectation. You guys had played them close before. Natasha Mack is back. And I thought your kids came out and going into the game especially, thought they really understood the game plan.
Well, I thought we understood the game plan. We did have some lapses where we didn't guard their horn series as well as we needed to in the first half. Made some adjustments on that. I thought our kids played really hard, competed hard, but it's difficult when the ball isn't going in. And we missed 46 shots, and we had a lot of good looks at the basket, but just didn't convert.
It's amazing, Coach. Statistics are what you want to make of them, but you guys had 23 makes. So did Iowa State. You beat them in the points off of turnovers. You doubled them up there. You had 10 more points in the paint than they did. You had more second chance points, more transition points, more bench points. That right there typically says win, but where they won is they hit outside shots. You guys went 2 of 14. They were able to connect on 11 of 24.
You know, used to in the past, a lot of games are determined by what you do on the glass. It seems in today's game, the ability to shoot the 3 and the team that makes the most threes wins the game.
Coach, again, not to make any excuses in this game either, but you had, again, we had never seen 20 made threes in a ball game like we did against Texas Tech. I don't ever remember 6 kids with 4 fouls, and none of them fouled out. You platooned them so well to try to strategize to keep kids from fouling out until the very last part of that game. But when you've got that much foul trouble, playing defensively and rebounding aggressively, it's awfully tough to do.
It changes your game. There's no question on that. And Iowa State plays a game that it's going to be at the 3 line, and then if you close out, they're going to drive to the hole and try to get to the free throw line. They've led the Big 12 in free throw percentage probably the last 5 or 6 years. So they're going to do everything they can to get to those 2 phases of the game, the free throw line, the 3-point line.
Now West Virginia coming in here on Saturday. You beat West Virginia in Morgantown. You know they don't want to be swept. You have the addition of Natasha Mack, and in some ways that it's obviously great to have her back, but at times other kids start watching her and Vivian Gray. need to get back to that team concept maybe we had when Cassidy and Natasha wasn't playing.
No, that's true. You need to get Natasha and Vivian enough touches, but there's enough opportunities for other people that they need to score the basketball as well. And it just, Mac didn't shoot the ball very well the last game. Viv didn't shoot it very well the last game. That we need that third and fourth score to emerge. We always talk about that.
So an opportunity for a sweep, and then Tuesday night, Coach, between now and our next episode, you're going to be in Bedlam, and I know how you feel about Bedlam in every aspect, and quite honestly, we owe them one.
We do. I mean, it's an opportunity to get back and play like we're capable of playing, and regardless of where either team is in the standings, it's a huge ball game.
It certainly is, and looking forward to that. Our Saturday, 2 o'clock, Cowgirls taking on West Virginia in Gallagher, Iowa. That's the first one this week. Coach, appreciate it. As always, best of luck in the ball game.
Thanks, Case.
Hey, we need to take a break. When we come back, we're going to be talking softball. They're getting ready to head to Louisiana and open up the 2020 campaign. Kenny Gajewski is coming up on the other side of the break.